guys, so I'm going to sound a little different in this video. I've got allergies right now. It's summer, so pollen's kind of increasing outside. And I was contemplating whether or not I should make a video within the next 2 days. I was thinking about taking a break for a couple of days. But I knew I had to make a video about this. This has to do with the Uncharted movie. You guys know how much I love Uncharted. They're my games and my little Nathan Drake Funko Pop right there. And I've talked about Uncharted a lot on this channel, and you guys know that Uncharted is one of my favorite video games of all time. And I have been wanting them to make a movie for some time now since I played Uncharted 2, and I've been following the development of this movie for several years now. And some recent news just came up for the Uncharted movie. I'm a little hesitant, actually. There are some positives and there are some negatives, but basically it's been announced that Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is going to be playing Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie. Okay, let's talk about this. So like I said, I've been following the development of this movie for many, many years now. Ever since it was announced that David O. Russell was going to be directing it back in like 2010, 2011, where Mark Wahlberg was going to be playing Nathan Drake, and Robert De Niro was going to be playing Sully, but that project got scrapped because apparently the script was really different from the video game. The script at the time focused a lot on Nathan Drake's family, which didn't really make any sense because at the time, Nathan Drake's family wasn't really relevant. It wasn't even really in the game, so that's why that project kind of got scrapped. And then there was other news that came after that. Neil Burger from Limitless was going to be directing it, then he left. So there was like a whole lot of people who were attached to this project and they were leaving. A lot of writers made a script, and the script wasn't accepted by a whole lot of people, so there was just a lot of people who were going into this project and a lot of people who were leaving. However, recently, and this was something I really appreciated, Sean Levi, the producer of Stranger Things, was going to be directing the Uncharted movie, which was something I was on board with, because the Uncharted movies are like Indiana Jones, Steven Spielberg. So when you have someone like Sean Levi who's produced a Steven Spielberg-like quality show like Stranger Things, then you totally accept that. Have him do his own Indiana Jones. That's amazing. That's a really good concept. So ever since that news hit, I've been on board and I've been wanting to hear more things about this new upcoming Uncharted movie, and we got some news today that Tom Holland is going to be playing Nathan Drake. There are some positives and there are some negatives to this. Let me get into it. Okay, so Tom Holland, he's Spider-Man. He needs to have another project besides Spider-Man to make him relevant in the film industry. So Uncharted being, a Sony film, Spider-Man also being a part of Sony, makes total sense. And Tom Holland knows gymnastics. He's Spider-Man, so he knows a bit of gymnastics, so when he's in the Uncharted movie, he will be able to do parkour and climbing, so that's really good as far as the character of Nathan Drake goes. However, and now we're getting into the negatives, the Uncharted series focuses on a grown man. Nathan Drake is a man. He's not a kid, he's a man. Tom Holland is a kid. He looks like a kid. He sounds like a kid. That's why he is playing Spider-Man in a high school setting Spider-Man movie, because he looks and sounds like a kid. So what they're doing with this project is that this is actually going to be a prequel to the Uncharted series. In Uncharted 3, there was actually a segment where we saw Nathan Drake as a young boy, where he meets Sully for the first time, and that gave us a little bit of background as to who he was and how he came into contact with Victor Sullivan. And that was really cool, but it was a segment of the game. It wasn't the overall game. We got to still play as a grown Nathan Drake. So knowing that they're taking this concept with a younger Nathan Drake, it's interesting, but I think as a fan of Uncharted and everybody else as a fan of Uncharted would have liked an Uncharted movie where it focuses on an experienced and grown Nathan Drake. Maybe you could do a movie in the future where it focuses on a younger Nathan Drake, but for me personally, as someone who's been following this movie for many years now and hoping to find a perfect casting for Nathan Drake, I would have really appreciated if they would have just stuck with the source material and done a Nathan Drake movie where it's Uncharted. I would have been happy if it was just Tom Holland playing in different segments of the movie, where it was like a flashback or something like that. But knowing that it's the entire movie where he is going to be playing Nathan Drake is just a little unsatisfying to me. And maybe they could do a really good job. I think it'd be a really cool and interesting movie. But it's basically going to be like the Adventures of Tintin now, where it focuses on a younger person who's going on treasure hunts, adventures. And, we already have that. We already have Tintin. And, one could say like, hey, we already have Indiana Jones. We don't need another Indiana Jones. But this is a little different. It's a modern day interpretation of Indiana Jones. That's why I think Uncharted is one of those video games that, you know, is very easy to make into a movie. All you have to do is just do a modern interpretation of Indiana Jones. That's it. It's not hard. It's actually, it's like they're giving it to you. Naughty Dog created this really excellent cinematic game where they're almost like movies. And all you have to do is just do that, what they did. I don't know why it's been such an issue for these past few years to make an Uncharted movie. It's like they're giving it to you on a silver platter. Like, it's not hard. All you gotta do is just do a modern Indiana Jones. That's it. So why have there been so many script complications where earlier scripts had to do with Nathan Drake's family, and now we're doing a prequel where it focuses on Nathan Drake as a kid? I just don't understand what the deal is. This is the perfect video game to make a movie adaptation of. And it seems that there's just been so many complications over the years, and I don't know why it's been this hard to make an Uncharted movie. It's not that hard. There doesn't need to be this much creative differences. I mean, that's cool that you're making an Uncharted movie centered around Nathan Drake as a kid, but I think I speak for a lot of fans out there who say, after so many years of playing these games, I think I would have just wanted the movie that focuses on the source material really well, but I guess we're going to have to wait a couple years because maybe Tom Holland's going to be playing this character for a while and maybe he can grow up. But I don't know. I really just wanted, you know, a good adaptation, but now it just seems like we're getting a prequel. Like I said, as far as Tom Holland goes, I think he's a perfect pick if they're doing a younger Nathan Drake, you know, because he knows gymnastics and there's a lot of parkour oriented into the Uncharted movie. But as far as just where they're headed with this franchise and the development of this movie, I feel as though they should have focused on a more grown and mature and experienced Nathan Drake. But now they've put their focus on a younger Nathan Drake. I don't know who's calling the shots at Sony, but just do an Uncharted movie. It's not hard, guys. It doesn't need to be this complicated. You don't need to, like, you know, put in different things like Nathan Drake's family or Nathan Drake as a kid. Just do an Uncharted movie. It's not that hard. Just, guys, that was my opinion / rant on Tom Holland as Nathan Drake in the new Uncharted movie. Comment down below what you think of this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Like the video, share it, and please subscribe to PixelTalk if you haven't yet for more movie news, movie reviews, gaming content, and so on. Thank you guys so much. I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.